Hi, welcome back to World of the Psychic.
Together we shall cast ourselves into the future.
Seen any aliens lately?
This is a part of America we never get to see.
Are you by chance referring to the legend of the Loch Ness monster?
A ball of twine that weighs 19,000 pounds.
What is this, nerd porn?
It is about the Templar treasure, but it's also about other things, conspiracy theories, urban legends, and other myths that are true.
You are about to experience the awe and the mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the
Travel
Oddities
Podcast.
And in fact, it is Fort Delaware, over 150 years old, prison located on Pea Patch Island in Delaware City, Delaware, and is apparently bursting at the seams
with paranormal activity.
With ghost disease.
Oh, you don't want to say paranormal activity because you think we're going to have to, like, pay them money.
It's probably like a nickel or something. I don't know.
Well, there's like 6 of those movies. So ghost disease, spirits, free roaming specters. Speaking of, have you seen Ghostbusters?
I have not.
I think you're refusing to do it.
No, I really want to see it.
You're a sexist pig. You
now,
got a house full of girls,
I will
and you won't see Ghostbusters.
I will say that you recommended it, so it's probably a flaming piece of shit.
Shite. Or as you put, it's funny, you'll say shit on here.
Shit.
But you will use SH,
shit,
SH, exclamation point, and a plus sign on the actual group page or the podcast page. Shit. No, you're a sexist pig. You're outnumbered in your own house. You and Connor could die at the hands of multiple women because right now, it's a hostile takeover.
Okay. So on with the show.
Yes, with the show. Delaware.
Just real quick.
Delaware don't care.
Real quick.
Yes.
If you listen to the outtakes at the end of this show, I put a timestamp on it, and I said it was 9:37 or something like that. It is now 12:14 a.m. We're recording at the station tonight, and wouldn't you know, the power went out and blew out all the radio stations.
Oh, and I just found out I have no AC at home, so
and
I'm not
Brett
missing.
Has no AC at home. So I just want to point out all of the trials and tribulations that we go through to bring our listeners the Travel Oddities podcast.
And the heavy breathing will be intensified tonight when I get home because there's no AC.
Gross. All right, so this structure is built in a pentagonal manner and reflects that of a military structure. It comes complete with a mysterious dungeon and fits the overall look and feel of a haunted prison.
Does it?
It does.
I like a haunted prison.
Did you see the pictures?
Yes, I did. Really cool. I've been to a few forts, not here in this country, but elsewhere in the Bahamas. A Bahamian fort before. Okay. And
was that dismissive when I said okay?
Every time you say okay, it's dismissive.
Okay, shut up. Okay, so it was 1951 when this place was named as a state park.
Really?
Yes. Fort Delaware resides on Pea Patch Island, as I said, and it is a mile from Delaware City on the Delaware River between the states of New Jersey and Delaware.
I was going to do a dumb Della Reese joke.
You should have done a Jersey Devil joke. Or a Jersey Della Reese joke.
Or a joke about people from New Haven. Sorry.
Okay, so apparently this fort was built between 1853 and 1859. There were 2 other attempts to build a fort on this island, one in the 1700s and one in the early 1800s, but both of those structures collapsed. The first structure collapsed, the second one burned, actually.
Killing multiple people.
Billions. Or, like, some.
There's your origin story. There is your ghost happenings origin story.
The start of it. The beginning.
I mean, find me a house that was built in 2016 that's not over an Indian burial ground that has a poltergeist in it. Maybe a Hell on Wheels mother-in-law occasionally, but...
Okay, so there were some... Sorry.
Red hot passion.
Hang on.
No.
I will say it again. Okay. Brett, shut up so we can continue.
Okay.
Okay, so there were some revolutionary methods that came about that allowed them to build and secure the foundation. for
cement?
the fort. Well, probably to a degree, but cement's been around for a while. So they were able to build the fort, and it's been there for about 150 years, 147.
Give or take.
Yes.
About 150, 147.
Well, technically it's 147-ish.
But you can't, in math, if it's 147.9, you can't round up to 150.
Why not? Dude, I could round down to 100 if I wanted to be a jerk about it.
Oh, I've got between a dozen and 20 of them. I mean, there's a big difference there.
No, there's not a big difference between 147 and 150.
Tomato, orange. We'll just agree to disagree.
All right.
147-ish.
Fort Delaware was placed to protect Philadelphia and Wilmington for the duration of the Civil War, but the fort was not used as just artillery defense for the Union. It was a Confederate prison as well.
Does that surprise you?
No, but now you're getting into some of the origin story.
Okay. Of why it could be. Is haunted.
Are we going with is now?
No, I have yet to say BS on this.
I'm just wondering if Neil Shepard landed the space shuttle Atlantis there in 19.
If I ever meet a guy named Neil Shepard and he offers to stick like a probe up my ass, I'm gonna have to kindly decline.
Okay, so
because there is no Neil Shepard that works for the space program. There might be. He's probably really pissed right now. He's like, dude, I was born to be an astronaut with the name Neil Shepard. Man, if I could call in on my ham radio, I'd give them the what for.
Exactly. Okay, so at its peak as a prison in 1864, it retained over 1,000 Union enlisted men and 10,000 Confederate prisoners and 1,000 civilians. There were thousands upon thousands of people who lived, visited, were held prisoner, worked, and died on Pea Patch Island throughout the 1800s. There were outbreaks of yellow fever, smallpox, malaria. So basically a shit ton, metric shit ton of people died in this fort.
Well, let's not pretend like, they didn't have some type of a pioneer UTIs going around too.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Pioneer UTI?
Such as?
You think of UTI, you think of that technical institute. I'm talking about urinary tract infections.
And what variant?
When did they invent soap?
The soap's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but has it always smelled like elderberry wine? No. When he does that is when that's when I know I've tripped on the vines and headed down the rabbit hole. What I'm saying is there's smallpox, yes. UTIs, probably. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure, but I don't think a whole lot of people died. Maybe. I don't know the death rate
of a UTI?
Of UTI infections in the 1800s. I'm sorry, I didn't do that much homework.
Well, the average male lived to only see about 40, 42 years old in that era.
You just made that shit up.
No, I didn't.
Was it 40 or 42? That's a big difference, sir.
No, it's not. It's like saying 147, 150. That's a big difference.
40 and 42.
That's two.
Percentage-wise, it's smaller, or it's bigger. It's a bigger difference than 147 to 150.
I didn't say percentage. I said age.
I understand that, but the percentage difference between 48 and 50 is dramatically larger.
Who's closer to 50, me or you?
Your mom.
I'm closer to 45. Well, no, you are.
Shut up.
You are.
All right, so where did we leave off?
Something about, you were talking about,
okay, so there have been
Civil War gonorrhea or something.
A lot of ghosts detected or reported.
Not a lot of ghost busting going on.
Not a lot of ghosts busted.
You think about places like this. You think about, in this is for another show, but, Gettysburg. How many people died there?
5. At least 5.
At least 5. Minimum. Horrific death. I would say, I think when you're dealing with war, the casualties of war,
what is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Hashtag Chambers Brothers. Chamberlain Brothers. Chambers Brothers.
Hashtag Neil
Shepherd. Neil deGrasse Shepherd. deGrasse Shepherds. Anyway, no, you're talking about tragic death, wartime. You know, that's especially if you died from something that's painful. You're going to walk around and go, you know. I listen to you walk around alive with a backache. You're like, So imagine an eternity of that.
All right, so
the eternal backache.
According to witnesses, there are male ghosts, female ghosts, children ghosts. Is that right? Children,
yeah.
Ghosts of
Childergeists.
Childergeists. Even pirate geists.
Really?
Yes. Okay, so it's believed that the child's ghost belongs to a youngster who died in a grisly fall down a granite staircase near the main entrance.
So, what I'm getting here is 1800s, 2000s, people still can't keep an eye on their kids. I bet there wasn't a gorilla was killed as a result of him falling down the steps.
I don't think they had like the Civil War baby gates yet.
Don't go up the stairs, she told him. Now what? He's forever a 6-year-old.
According to legend, the stone that the child died upon is darker than all of the other stones. I've not personally witnessed this, but it's stained.
Sorry. God rest his soul.
Okay, so the most famous ghost here apparently resides in the kitchen.
Oh.
Are you going to say something about what that's?
Well, it's probably a woman.
Yeah.
It's probably a woman ghost. A female ghost. Sorry. Is it?
Yes, it is. Okay, so they have reenactment volunteers who work in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But during one of the reenactments, there was another woman dressed in 19th century clothing
that came in to bitch about something.
That came into the kitchen to join the women that were in there.
Need salt.
And apparently nodded her approval before vanishing.
Thank you. I need your approval. More salt. Let me guess. Not enough pepper. Get out of here. Get out of the kitchen before I sprinkle holy water on your ass. Leave me alone. We're not doing this for another 180 years.
You just said a woman's place is in the kitchen. Now you're kicking her out?
When she's dead, you want her in the kitchen too? Come on. I mean, unless she's going to help teach me how to fry chicken, get the hell out of here. I don't need your approval, Casper's mom.
Maybe it's like a ghostly kitchen timer.
Maybe, yeah.
The rolls are done.
Yeah. Rolls.
Okay, so there are also mysterious lights and sightings of Confederate soldiers on the ramparts.
Is that where the ramparts were won?
Yes. I had something and I lost it. Okay, so
added in and editing. There's plenty of room from where I stopped talking to where you started talking. You could insert it later if you felt like it.
Yeah, I'll come up with something awesome and fix that in post.
Okay.
Along with Neil Shepherd.
Neil Shepherd.
Delete that from the internet.
God. Okay, there is a Neil Armstrong, and there was a Shepherd that was also back in the capsule. Again, it's like Brangelina. It's like Kanye and Kim. It's Kardashian. It's Neil Shepherd.
Okay.
Are you going to leave me alone about it?
Yeah, I'm done. I've told you I'd fix it all in post.
All right, man. Let's get back to the spooky stuff.
It's only 12:30 in the morning. I got plenty of time.
Yeah. What do you got to do? Drive?
Yeah. Okay, so apparently all of this death that occurred here, all the super Civil War gonorrhea and smallpox,
ecto warfare,
it's left many of the spirits restless. So in 1985, there was an individual who was touring Fort Delaware, taking a variety of pictures throughout the inside of the structure. They developed the film, and they were quite surprised to see that they had actually caught an apparition on film.
Really?
I couldn't find that picture.
You know, the thing that separates us from the more credible investigators is evidence. But then again, we don't claim to be. No, we don't claim to be experts.
No, we're not experts.
You know, it's of our own volition to seek out the evidence, and we just don't.
No, that's not the case at all. We're just bringing a general overview of the hauntings at Fort Delaware.
You know, for a transgender podcast about cooking, we're not bad.
We don't talk enough about cooking.
Or bathroom equality.
Not at all.
You know,
I spent, work on that.
Look, I spent the better part of my teenage years wondering what went on in those girls' locker rooms. And now...
You could have went in anytime you wanted.
Now your son can go in there. I'm gonna send him in with a GoPro.
Okay,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So this picture is apparently of a Confederate soldier. The apparition was not solid, but clear enough that you could see details. But again, I couldn't find the actual picture. And even if I had found the actual picture, you wouldn't have accepted it as evidence.
Who took the picture? Blood Sausage 420 or somebody like that?
Probably. Okay, so in and around the area of the prison where the dungeon stands, many visitors and employees have heard frightening sounds. These sounds reflect that someone is attempting to break loose from chains, and it has also been noted that moaning and screams have emerged from this area. So it's a creepy-ass dungeon in a 150-year-old fort on an island.
With ghosts copulating, making sounds, disjointed voices, ghost pox residue everywhere. Wake up.
Okay, so we were talking about ectopirates?
Oh, my God.
Ectopirates?
Yeah, we were talking about ectopirates.
Okay, so pirates have been viewed in and around Fort Delaware. It is believed that when pirates were caught in the early days, they were housed in the prison, and apparently...
apparently. Go ahead.
Did you just do that?
Yeah, I just did that. Go ahead.
Did we classify that in the dad joke?
Yeah, it's dad joke.
Right.
That's a pirate dad joke, apparently.
Pirate dad joke. Oh, I think that should be banned from the show. No pirate dad jokes.
Are you finished with that?
No, apparently these pirate ghosts, ectopirates, pirate geists.
Do they roam the yard?
They actually roam the prison and have a desire, apparently, to be back at sea.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, they have a desire to feast on the booty. Arr.
Gross. Okay, so there have been lots of recorded sounds from Fort Delaware.
That we don't have any of those either, so.
We can reenact some of them if it would make you happy. Do you want...
Yarg. Yarg.
There are recordings of people, the sound of people walking, violent screams, pleas for help. So...
Please for help?
Please, not please.
Asking for help?
Yes.
Please for help?
Please.
Please. Like, please, thank you. I'm just joking. I'm sorry, dad joke. I'm coming with the dad jokes tonight.
Yes, you are. And I don't understand. It is this morning. Maybe that's it. Okay, so there are spots on the property where if you stand, especially if you're by yourself.
If you are by yourself.
Come on.
I'm done. Go ahead. I'm done.
Okay, so there are spots where if you stand by yourself, a disembodied voice will whisper in your ear.
What does it say?
It gives me the willies just thinking about it.
What does it say?
It's different things, but mostly it's like a moan.
You're standing on me. Ooh, that's my toe. What?
Okay, so
we don't have audio. We have to reenact it, remember?
There is a woman's spirit who can be heard mournfully weeping.
That doesn't surprise me.
Now, the one that creeps me smooth the hell out. Like HE double hockey stick. God dang it.
Like pee-pee your pants a little.
Yes. Children's ghostly laughter appears and slowly fades out.
Yeah, I'm out on that. Kids are frightening when they're alive, but little I'm done. Would you go there and stay the night?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Cool. Are you hoping that a pirate gets your booty? Is that what you're looking for?
There are also tales of people hearing swearing in an angry voice coming through the halls, I guess.
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
What's written down?
Dude, first of all, I lost my place.
Quit looking at the time.
It's like 4 hours past my bedtime. I'm 109. Okay, so apparently you can hear this deep voice of a man making menacing threats, and he will speak directly to you.
Now, what I do believe about hauntings is, I think that hauntings, you've heard these cliche theories about how ghosts are on this loop. It's like a broken record. That's why you see the lady in white at this time,
Mm-hmm.
And they're a lot like fingerprints that are left because, if the walls could talk, people say that. I think that's a lot of what hauntings.
Maybe it's like
go ahead.
It's like recording over an old VHS tape.
I think so too. I think that I agree with that theory as well. And that's the thing that gets me about paranormal stuff. And, we've kind of had some fun with this, but I just wish there was more science. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that could back this up or make this, because this is the thing maybe I joke around about it because it's the one thing that really, that's what my goat's tied to is this paranormal stuff like this.
Your goat?
When somebody says, you're getting your goat, that's where your goat's tied to it. It's your thing.
Did you get that from that witch movie?
No, I got it from that psychic book that you have.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's called Psychic Humdrum. Anyway.
Apparently also there is haunting strains of music.
So he just basically dismissed my theory and just went on. Go ahead.
No.
Haunting strings of music. Continue.
Sound like a harmonica or a fife? I don't know what a fife is. I'll be honest.
I bet we know somebody that does.
Your mom?
No, probably somebody from the heaven.
I don't know why you're going to be a jerk. So there was an episode of Ghost Hunters where they heard an ominous and loud voice.
I'm dumb. You're not allowed to bring them up.
But it said words.
Oh,
and I watched it.
You read words. You did watch it?
Yes.
What did it say? It was the ghost.
Listen. It would. But then when they played it back real slow and then backwards,
it said it was Ashton Kutcher. And it said you've been punked.
It said you're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah. And then that one dude tore off his shirt and he's like, "Do something."
I'm a plumber. I'll plunge your ass.
Yeah.
I'll clean your pipes.
Okay, so continuing with the non-ghost hunter related information, you can occasionally see eerie faces peering out of the walls where the cannons were located.
Okay.
Did you dismiss me with an okay?
Yeah, I did.
Mother.
I did. Okay.
Okay. Staff members of the fort say that when they walk down certain flights of stairs there,
yeah,
it feels like somebody's either trying to push them down the stairs or pull them by their clothes down the stairs.
I'm all about it.
That reminds me of the Sloss furnaces for some reason.
It does have a little bit of a Sloss furnace vibe to it because of people getting pulled down.
Oh, like a Sloss gloss.
Sloss gloss, yeah. But I don't. It's stupid.
Also, lastly, I believe.
Lastly, you believe?
I don't know how much more information I have.
I believe you're like. Lastly, I believe.
I think this is the last spectral thing that I'm gonna bring up.
I believe. Go ahead. That's the only thing. He just continues to believe.
Like ghost boats. Like,
say ghost boats 5 times fast.
Stop. Like river barges, that sort of thing.
And here and
that are not really there. Apparently at night you can see these from the fort.
That reminds me of The Mist. You ever seen that movie? You've seen The Mist.
There's one more thing. Guards. Occasionally you can see guards on the guard towers at night when there's nobody there.
See, I'm all about it. Take me there. Take me with you, Daddy.
I don't...
You remember the movie The Mist?
Yes.
The remake or the original? The original, John Carpenter. It's Stephen King, but John Carpenter directed the original. Basically, the captain of the fleet falls in love with the human and takes her back to the spirit world.
I'm positive that I'm confusing more than one movie right now.
They come back to every year. They come back. The ghost fleet does.
Right. I got it.
And the chick falls in love with like the sea captain. That made me think when you said ghost ships. It made me think of The Mist.
Interesting. God. No, I'm really like I have 2 movies stuck in my head and I can't peel apart the layers.
Okay, what?
Because I remember
Pink and 16 Candles.
No, I remember both versions of The Mist, and about the time that I think, okay, maybe then I'm like, no, because okay, never mind.
Because you're thinking, oh yeah, and then the guy
kills the big bug with the rake.
No, I was gonna say, then the guy joins the Notre Dame football team and becomes a hero, and he's little. No, that's Rudy, Harley. I have no audio.
I kind of hate you sometimes. And your no audio.
Anyway.
So, something actually kind of cool. This is one of the few places that this has actually come up. They offer, like, extended paranormal investigations.
That would be cool.
Basically, during the month of October, you can join the Diamond State Ghost Hunters and the park staff for an extended 5-hour recreational paranormal investigation. Basically, it's $100 a person. You got to register or you got to reserve it in advance, but they do it every weekend during October.
Why do I hear like the Scooby-Doo theme song? Like this would be right up the Mystery Machine in the Gang's Alley, right here. Just see Fred chasing a ghost guard, and they like run through one door, and then they come out through another one, and they go in. You know what I mean? Like they always did during their montage. Oh my goodness! And then at the end, they pull the mask off the sea captain, and it's Old Man Crab or Old Man Withers.
Yes, it's always Old Man Withers. That's the only name I remember, but I'm sure there was probably more than one old man, whatever.
Yeah, there probably was. It seemed like there was a Crabtree, but maybe I'm wrong.
Old Man Crabtree?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, you don't sound right. Go back and listen.
Okay.
Listen to how you sound.
Let's go watch all the episodes of Scooby-Doo.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm not going to make it to work today.
Well, you're going to call me at 9 anyway. Are we still recording?
Yes, we're still recording.
Okay, I didn't know what was happening.
We might not be recording anymore. Nice. I'm going to pause the show to save a backup.
Please do.
All right, so we have a backup.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Okay, don't do that.
The lightning is not delightful.
Be warned. It is my job to arm you against the foulest creatures known to wizard kind. You may find yourselves facing your worst fears in this room. Know only that no harm can befall you whilst I am here. I must ask you not to scream.
Well, my suggestion is, when there's something strange and it don't look good.
Mm-mm. All right, I'm going to go with the Supernatural TV series special.
God.
What? It's good. It's good work, man. They do good work.
Yeah, which one's the cutest brother to you? Dude, you watch a show that's primarily watched by girls. I don't understand. Watch it. Bull. You said you've watched every season up till 12.
Maybe I watch it, but I don't watch it like a girl watches it.
Meaning what?
Meaning it's good, like brainless TV time.
their ectoplasm guns? Go. Just go. Go.
Okay, so the supernatural special. Find the bones of the person that used to be the person that is now the ghost. You need to find their bones. Then you got to pour salt on them. You got to burn the bones. And then you drive off in your classic Impala and listen to some sweet classic rock.
Now, I will say this.
Yes.
From what I've seen of Supernatural, the soundtrack's pretty daggone good.
The soundtrack is spot on, bro.
It's pretty good. I can't bring and I'm probably going to draw the ire of most of our listeners because I guarantee there is a vast majority of them that watches Supernatural like it's the gospel. CW doesn't do anything for me. Nothing for me.
And the amount of quality shows they put out is going to have to be pretty low.
I mean, I used to watch Gossip Girl.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. It ran its course, not 11 seasons later.
Okay, so getting into the town of Delaware City. It's in Newcastle County, Delaware. Population a little over 1,500.
So it's 1,200 or 1,500?
Wanted. One podcasting co-host.
You said it. You set it up. 1,500-ish? I mean, it could be 1,200, it could be 1,500, apparently.
Okay, whatever. Go.
We do Common Core stats here on the Travel Oddities podcast. It's all Common Core math. That's what Hicks do.
Shut your pie hole.
Okay. So, are you going to let me have my top 5 and a bonus?
You don't get any damn bonuses. You have not earned a bonus. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Did you know, in Delaware, the world's largest Lego tower was built in Wilmington, standing 11 stories tall and made of over 500,000 bricks?
I did not know that.
It's a 112-foot masterpiece that beat out the previous 106-foot champion in Prague, or if you're from Oklahoma, Prague.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2.
Really?
Yes, really, number 2.
Yes. Darn it. I do fancy a number 2. Number 2, Delaware is the home of the Punkin' Chunkin'. You know, it's where they take the trebuchets. World Championship, a sport in which people use a variety of devices to hurl pumpkins as far as they can, with over 100 teams competing. The record so far is 5,545 feet. You know, it's more than a mile.
Okay.
Well, give or take.
Mm-hmm. How many meters is that?
I don't know, Mr. Royale with cheese. The metric system.
Got it.
Anyway.
A reference to a movie I didn't like.
You didn't like Pulp Fiction? Oh my, I just can't even. I can't. Don't talk.
I retroactively hate the movie.
No.
Because of your...
Stop. Buff is a state color of Delaware.
Buff?
Buff, the color buff. It's the same color as the desert and complements Delaware's other color, blue, quite well, actually.
I thought
Delaware
was the
first
as my abs.
Yeah.
Buff.
No, that's our favorite color on the Jersey Shores, buff. Anyway, number 4, Delaware was the first to fly the first Betty Ross U.S. flag in 1777. Number 5, you don't seem to care about Betty Ross or Betsy Ross or whatever. Most major banks keep their headquarters in Delaware because it has a reputation as lenient as the Cayman Islands. Wow. Did you know that?
Is it? I think it's just because they're the closest to the Gringal, whatever, the little gnomey looking things from Harry Potter. Gringotts? Gringotts.
I don't know.
Dwarves,
you were obsessed with Harry Potter for about 12 years, so I don't know how you forgot that. Burn. All right. So
it was not a burn at all.
It kind of was.
No.
Get this. Delaware has only one sister state. Miyagi Prefecture to Japan. Did you know that?
No. Does anybody in Delaware know that?
No. And here's the bonus. Are you ready?
I told you no bonus. You didn't earn it.
Okay.
What's the bonus?
The bonus. It took 11 years after the first settlers arrived in America for them to build a town on Delaware soil. 11 years, give or take. It could have been 5 or 11.
10 to 15. Got it.
So there you go. There's your fun facts about the state of Delaware.
All right, so Yelp, good place to eat. How about Beef It Up on Pulaski Highway? I thought the same thing. I thought it was a hilarious name, but the food sounds pretty legit. So they've got a Chicago pork chop sandwich.
Ooh.
Center cut pork chop topped with mustard, fried onions, and sport peppers. $8. My only question is, what kind of bread does that come on?
Well, I bet it comes in it'd have to be like a poppy seed roll.
Yeah.
Because a Chicago dog has the poppy seed roll, and you can't do Chicago anything without having the sport peppers, and it just would make more sense.
Well, my other choice that I thought, I was actually hungry. I was looking at the pictures, and I was like, I'm going to lunch. So their original Chicago-style dog, jumbo dog, placed on a poppy seed bun, topped with mustard, onions, relish, tomatoes, sport peppers, pickle, and celery salt. $6.75. Swear to God, the pictures of this thing made me want to find a Sonic drive-in exec and kick him in the taint.
Well, here's the other thing. You're Delaware, and you've got 2 items that are Chicago-style.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of thinking if I'm going to get a real Chicago anything, it's going to be Chicago Go. Chicago Go. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Chicago Go.
I'm going to go to Chicago and get a Chicago doggy.
I think we've gone like completely slap happy at this
We've
point.
gone off the bloody rails.
Yeah.
Speaking of going off the rails, you know they're doing a Train Spotting too?
No, when is that due out and who's it going to have in it?
It's got all the original casts.
All the original cast died in the first movie of
No, they didn't.
heroin overdose.
They lived.
No, I was there.
They brought him back to life. It'll probably be nominated for an Oscar, so you're not going to watch it.
It will not be nominated for an Oscar.
Because you're a bloody snob. You don't like good movies about heroin and blokes doing blow.
Hard decisions call for hard solutions, and here are 2 hard asses ready to step in and take charge. You asked for them, you got them.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Do it! Just do it!
I'm gonna take you to the bank, to the blood bank. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
You believe in Jesus? Well, you're gonna meet him.
When you repatriate feeling, here to start.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
All right, so the odd challenge from last week?
Yes.
Remote viewing?
Yes.
So we both have our targets and the drawings from the other person for the targets, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and open up mine first.
Yes. Just kidding. Let's see if I can do it again.
So Brett put his in a Tyler Media envelope, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Looks kind of like a funnel with weird arms. Why? Okay. What is this supposed to be?
A shape.
A shape. Okay. So my first drawing looks like eyes, and then I think it looks like a Roadrunner.
Which one?
This thing.
Yeah, a Roadrunner's butthole.
Okay, maybe a Roadrunner's butthole.
Are we posting pictures of these on?
Yes, I'm going to post all the pictures. So that one's a miss. I don't see any correlation at all.
Well, I can't look at the eye. You know, I'm like, the eyes are up here, but then we've got the freaking the vagina mouth down here,
and
the
then
butthole mouth.
I drew like the flag of, I don't know, the Elf Village or something. That also
Flower Town.
Yeah, I don't know, but
nah, it's not even.
I
motion.
That's moving.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty close on this one. Kind of.
Which part?
Okay, maybe I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the verdict. Harley has no remote viewing skills whatsoever. So Brett is opening his envelope.
My hermetically sealed envelope. That way they can hear it at home. I'm actually opening an envelope.
And what is it?
It's texture.
I'm sorry?
I thought the challenge was a drawing.
No, it could be whatever would fit into the little box. So what is it?
A piece of sandpaper.
What is on the other side?
Is that the drawing? Okay, so it's a piece of sandpaper that has the picture of the person in the proper attire to use sandpaper. So they've got eye protection, and then more eye protection, and mouth protection, and respiratory protection, and an apron and gloves. And it says 3M 1995. Well, I would say yes, 1995, because Noah did not use any of this.
Okay, so explain your drawings.
This is a circle with a line through it with two barbell type spheres on each end.
Got it.
Here is a Z shape.
Hold on. All of your drawings are like cock rings. Or like weird piercing things.
They are.
Why?
Here is a Z. Stop. Here's a Z with a piercing through the middle.
Okay.
A straight line with two barbells.
Got it. And then a triangle with a barbell.
Triangle.
None of those look anything like any of that picture.
None of them.
So neither of us have any.
Well, I didn't go for the easiest thing in the house.
I worked hard at that. Because I thought if you came back and said, like sand or rocks, that you'd have a win.
No, I was thinking we were doing shapes. Like, I don't know. I went for the easiest part. I mean, I'm sorry. So it was a failure on both ends.
Yeah, neither one of us have any remote viewing skills at all, so the CIA can stand down. We're not going to be stealing
now
any
remote
secrets.
Control skills.
Brett is the master.
No, I'm not. I don't set up the DVR. I don't. I get to hit play, pause, and stop on Netflix. That's it.
Next week's odd challenge.
Scrying.
Scrying. What?
I said scrying.
You're going to have to scry a little harder.
Okay, Maria Shriver. Liev Schreiber.
Okay, so next week we're going to try scrying. Again, we need all the ideas you can throw at us for the odd challenges.
Because this challenge requires us to cry while we screw. Hence the word scrying.
It's
an odd challenge.
I don't even know where to go with that.
To go with it.
Listener feedback.
All right, so listener feedback for this evening. Nancy Bulpich shared our last episode on Facebook. Hernando G shared our last show on Facebook.
Yes.
Logan.
Hi, Logan.
Associate producer Logan Brown shared our last episode. Amy.
She's the woman.
Executive producer
Amy.
Of the Travel Oddities podcast.
Yes.
She also shared our show on her Facebook page. And has taken over our Twitter account.
She has.
Are we legally allowed to?
I think we're allowed to say that.
She's helping a lot.
She's doing a lot for us.
That just sounds wrong. Can you just either be specific or not be creepy about?
She's helping us get followers. She's tweeting for us.
Got it. Okay, so on Facebook.
She's twerked our tweeter. Tweaked our tweeter. Sorry. She's tweaked our Twitter.
On Facebook.
Oh, God.
Yevgeny Levick.
Who?
Yevgeny Levick.
Oh, cool.
Said, how the hell do you spell Kiris? And he spelled it Chiris. Tried to look it up. Is it actually an 18th century perfume? It is Kiris, which is apostrophe Q IRIS. So,
can you buy Kiris?
You're fired.
I asked, can you buy Kiris?
You can.
Okay, why am I fired? I asked if you can buy it.
Anthony Shear said, bravo, boys. Great show, as always. But I got to tell you, the outtakes at the end were the icing on the cake. LOL. How now, brown cow, big booty, bad booty, butter booty, boom. Anyway, Harley, you guys didn't get a chance to play my voice call this week, but I said something about lucid dreaming and shadow people. Harley, your lucid dream really sounds like you had some shadow person activity. Lucky for you, you did not get intimidated and were able to deflect them away from latching onto your soul.
Using turnstiles.
So I will say that since the lucid dreaming challenge, I have about 10 creepy-ass dreams a night.
Dude,
I wasn't dreaming before.
You weren't dreaming before?
I wasn't remembering my dreams before. I'm sure I was dreaming, but...
Well, because you're thinking about it now. You're going to bed listening to, like, some ambient sound of babies getting mutilated or something. Or shark attacks.
I don't even know what that means. Why?
You've never seen Scream Queens?
No, I haven't.
It's funny because...
You know, it's funny. You said something about me watching the television show Supernatural.
Scream Queens is good, though.
I'm pretty sure that show was designed for chicks.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck.
Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see, but...
Well, I'm a bad trucker, baby.
All right, so you know what that means. Anthony Shear's voicemail made it. So we're going to play that now.
Cool.
If I can find it. There it is.
What's going on, my Travel Oddities family?
Hi, baby.
This is the super fan, Bad Mother Trucker. Tell you a little story about lucid dreaming. Ever since I was a kid, I've had 20 dreams a night. A lot of dreams a night. Usually within the first couple seconds, I realize I'm in a dream. Most of the time I can, I can almost control, the outcome of my dream. A lot of scary dreams. I've had dreams where I could fly. I've had so many drowning dreams. I realize I'm in a drowning dream. I just start walking around underwater, get bored, tell myself to wake up. Last night, true story, I had another sleep paralysis dream. I immediately realized I was dreaming. I couldn't wake myself up. And this damn, shadow person, I don't know what it is, but there's always a presence on the other side of the room. I can't see it. I'm afraid to look. But the closer it gets, the more intense my fear gets, and anxiety and this vibration all through the body, and, it's horrible. It's been like that since I was a kid. I've gotten to the point now I can force myself to wake up. I don't know, I've got stronger. It's hard to explain, but I've seen shadow people before. I've seen a doppelganger shadow person with my girlfriend, probably a couple months back after I moved in with her. Well, that's a whole different story. Anyway, lucid dreaming. And if you can figure out how to do it, it can be fun, but don't get trapped up in that shadow person realm. All right? Keep on keeping on. Bad Mother Trucker out. Peace.
All right, so thank you, Anthony Shear, Bad Mother Trucker. We did get one more call in to the odd line, and I'm just going to jump right in, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Brett Manzer, why are you not talking?
What? I thought you were about to play a clip.
I am playing a clip, but you normally say at least a word or go,
Well, yeah, I mean, we got more than one call this week. It's awesome. We rarely don't get more than one call.
Hey, this is Jimmy. I was calling because I heard there's a rumor, there's a podcast out there called Travel Oddities, and I wanted to call, and I guess I've only got 3 minutes. I just want to basically tell you how much I appreciate everything that you twos is doing in the world of being on. Now, as you can tell, I'm from back east, so I'm used to things that are weird. Like right now, basically the weirdest thing going on is, obviously it's politics. I'm not really a big on the Sasquatch. We don't got a lot of the Sasquatch Bigfoots around here. Mainly it's organized crime. Maybe the occasional ghost story. But, we got a lot of things that are odd around here. And I wish you guys would really concentrate more on back east, but, I really like the show. I've never been to, Oklahoma. It's kind of like the song, I've never been to Spain. I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. Well, I've never been to Oklahoma, but I have had a near-death experience. Basically what happened was, I was working in a shop, doing, normal shop stuff. And, basically the car fell on me. And had I not moved out of the way, I'd be dead. So, I guess it's kind of like a near-death experience. I mean, I've had an out-of-body experience. Actually, it was at the same time. I shit myself. So, as long as it comes out of the body, it's considered an out-of-body experience, right? Anyway, basically, I nearly died when the car fell on me, and that's my near-death experience, and then I shit my pants. And that was my out-of-body experience. But no, seriously, keep on, keeping on. I listen to you guys. I love that Big Mother Trucker segment. You got the 101. Oh, shit, I'm almost out of time. Anyway, keep on the good work. And, if you're not listening to the Travel Oddities podcast, you're just pissing. You're pissing in the wind. All right, guys. Take it easy. We'll talk later. All right.
All right, so that was a call-in from
Jimmy Salvatore or Salvat. I don't know.
All right, so we need more.
We need more.
More. Always more.
Less is not more in this case.
Correct. So send us your suggestions for upcoming shows or your suggestions for the Odd Challenge. Give us your feedback. 7865-ODDITY.
That's 7865-ODDITY.
Or at traveloddities.com in the notes.
Or find us on Instagram.
What is it at Instagram, Brett?
Travel Oddities Podcast.
We're also on Facebook, Travel Oddities Podcast.
Yes.
Or search for the group.
Grindr.
Lastly, Twitter, at travel_oddities.
And we will respond.
Amy.
Say hi to Amy. Say hi to H.S. Covington. H.S. Covington 69.
Why?
Why?
Yes, why?
I don't know. I didn't put a 69 at the end of your thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can look for me personally. Find me on my personal page. Let's get to know each other. Let's start the conversation. Be my friend.
There's something wrong with you, I swear.
We can go to New Havens.
New Havens?
Yeah. What?
That's the show.
Is that the show?
You normally do that part.
That's a wrap.
No.
What? What part?
This has been Travel Oddities Podcast.
Well, yes, but you didn't let me. I usually do the give us a call, 7865-ODDITY. I do that too.
Sometimes, but we're all spaced out.
Real quick, I want to throw out an apology.
Who are you apologizing to?
To you and to our listeners.
Why?
This is going to be my last podcast.
Great.
No, I'm kidding. Damn it. No, I do some live videos, and I don't say us. It's like I'm ashamed that we're together. I'm not ashamed of us. I make it all about me, and I don't mean to. We would seriously like to extend a huge thank you to all of the listeners out there that have taken the time and kind of followed us along on this thing that we call Travel Oddities Podcast. Thanks every week for the... Just tell her you're not coming home.
Go for it. Do what you're doing.
No, if it wasn't for, you guys and gals.
We wouldn't do this show if if you guys weren't listening.
You guys are the producers. Every single one of you are producers in some way. So, we do this out of the kindness of our hearts. Do we not?
I don't know. It was a weird way to put it. I don't know.
You heartless bastard. This guy doesn't cry during those puppy videos where they're rescuing puppies and rehabbing them into getting them a forever home. He just kind of goes, meh, I've shot one like that before. I'm just kidding. He's never shot the dog. Anyway, no, awesome. You guys you're phenomenal. We appreciate everything you do.
Agreed.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's been the Travel Oddities Podcast. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
And we'll see you on the road. Peace.
Peace.